What's up, guys? Here, Gorilla Chemist here, talking about our newest product, Energy, right? So Energy, why did I make this product? This product perfectly complements the Nootropic, which came out a few months ago, which I'm very proud of. And I thought that some people just like stimulants. They like the alertness, they like the focus that it brings. It's a different feeling. And so the Nootropic didn't have any caffeine. So the first thing I did was add caffeine. So caffeine and theobromine. Two very similar molecules. The only difference is this missing a methyl group here. So this is trimethylxanthine, this is dimethylxanthine, right? So what caffeine and theobromine do is that they block your adenosine receptor, and your adenosine receptor is what makes you sleepy. So by blocking that receptor, you get like alertness, major alertness. So I used two different forms of caffeine. I love caffeine citrate. You've seen it, I use it in my other stuff. Theobromine, I really like the combination of the two of them together. I think they work well to get that mental focus and mental alertness. And that is completely different than the other types of ingredients in here, which are phenylethylamines or PEAs. So these are more of your beta-2 adrenergic receptor agonists, and they can cause euphoria, but they also cause stimulation, elevated heart rate, fat burning, all of the fun stuff that you associate with stimulants, right? So what is phenylethylamine? It's this molecule right here, and this is a phenyl group here. This is the amine. Now this is a polar molecule, which means that this amine is free to go into water, and this can kind of go, it's kind of hard to cross the blood-brain barrier because the fact that at biological pH, this is going to be positively charged and it won't go through to the membrane. But it does have a very, very, very quick onset. You feel it extremely quickly. So I front loaded with a huge dose of phenylethylamine to kick everything up a notch. And then I looked at all the different derivatives of phenylethylamine, like N,N-dimethyl phenylethylamine, right? So these two methyl groups here make it more nonpolar, which does two things. One, it allows it to cross the blood-brain barrier more effectively, and two, it protects it from breakdown from monoamine oxidase. That's the enzyme that breaks down all of these monoamines, like dopamine, serotonin, all that stuff. This is the enzyme that breaks it down. So by adding these two methyl groups here to phenylethylamine to make it N,N-dimethyl phenylethylamine, it allows it to have a longer active life, and it hits stronger than PEA does. And it goes, like I said, crosses the blood-brain barrier, so you feel it more intensely. And then one of the superstar stimulants that I've used before in my pre-workout is N-isopropyl norepinephrine. I know it's a mouthful, but this is the molecule here. It has the PEA backbone that we talked about, right? This phenyl group here, this amine here. It has this isopropyl group attached to the amine, which does similar to this. It makes it more nonpolar, allows it to cross the blood-brain barrier, decreases its breakdown from monoamine oxidase, increases activity, increases bioavailability. The hydroxyl group here, which is also in the synephrine group, can activate fat burning as part of your beta-2 adrenergic receptors. So this stimulant is at very, very small doses is very, very potent because of the fact that it binds very tightly and that crosses the blood-brain barrier very, very easily. So you have intense stimulation of your beta-2 receptors. And then a couple of things I want to do to kind of tie it together. I used catawba bark extract. We talked about that in the nootropic video. And what that does is it's a dopamine reuptake inhibitor. So it not only does it release dopamine, which is this monoamine right here, which if you look at the structure, it's very similar to your PEAs, right? It releases dopamine and then it blocks the reuptake, so you do get a euphoric feeling from it, you get an extreme focus feeling from it. It decreases beta amyloid plaque, which is a plaque that can be negatively affect cognition. And then it also may release serotonin. So not only are we getting a release of dopamine, which is your reward system in your body, which you crave dopamine, and you may also get your serotonin, which is your enhanced mood, feel-good neurotransmitter as well. So the last thing to tie it kind of all together was I used a very small dose of alpha-yohimbine, right? So alpha-yohimbine and yohimbine are two different molecules. The only difference is that these hydrogens are alpha to the ring. So if the ring were a flat structure, these are coming down away from the ring, and if they were beta, they'd be coming up from the ring. So alpha-yohimbine is not the same as yohimbine. It doesn't do the same negative side effects. It hits different subunits of your receptors. Alpha-yohimbine prevents the breakdown of monoamines because it is a monoamine oxidase inhibitor on its own, as well as increasing your central nervous system. And so this is very synergistic with this, because we're talking about these compounds, which are all monoamines, and then it added a monoamine oxidase inhibitor, and added hortidine, which is another monoamine oxidase inhibitor. So everything lasts longer. You have energy all day. You're alert. You're focused. You're euphoric. You're ready to go. You could take this for the gym. You could take this for work. You could do whatever you want with it. It's an extremely potent product. I'm very proud of this. For more information, check out chemixlifestyle.com.